Hello, welcome to Rolling Escapades episode number 45. We are playing Dungeons & Dragons. We're playing the Storm King's Thunder campaign. I remembered, I'm surprised.
I was like, I'm just going to double check, I'm pretty sure it's 45. Oh, it is.
It sounds like you rehearsed that really
I did
well.
not. I just said that right there and then. I hope I got
No,
it
he's
correct.
just done it for 45 episodes.
As always, we are sponsored by Death Dive. Viking metal made by a Viking. They do cool little key rings made of chainmail.
They sort of are chain rings.
They are chain rings, and they do like jewelry and dice bags, because the dice bags are fucking awesome. So, woo, dice bags. Keep an eye out on social media. There might be a thing to do with these soon enough. We're working on it. But there's a link down in the description. Go click that. Explore the various things that are produced there, because they are awesome and you should buy them. You're here, you've watched this stuff, go watch other stuff. We have another series called Doom to Dice, in which we play the Tomb of Annihilation campaign, which is more Dungeons & Dragons, so that's what we do. But that's fun. That's going to be episode 10 soon enough, I believe.
Yep. So
go have a look at that. That's funny and stupid and a horrifically evil campaign, and I love it. There's also still on YouTube. Welcome to D&D and Liam Perkins' School of Party Killing. Welcome to D&D is for you, the people who don't really know what D&D is and wish to understand more. I sit in front of a camera and talk at you for various blocks of time. I'm sorry, you'd have to see more of my face.
And they could just listen.
Then you have to hear more of my voice. But, you know, if you want to know what D&D is and how it functions and you're watching this and it's going over your head but you're watching it for the entertainment, go and watch that and you'll know what's going on. And then Liam Perkins' School of Party Killing is for you budding DMs who want to kill your players. Hence the name. I'm very good at it. Intentionally or not. There is also
Water.
the need to drink. On iTunes and Podbean, if you search for the FURN cast, you will find our monthly podcast. As of right now, we will have 7 episodes up. 7 episodes up right now. In which me and Nathan and Swin are the usual go-tos, and we've had a couple of the other guys on and some guests. We talk about things that we want to talk about that are nerdy and geeky and fun and stupid. So you should listen to that. It is pleasure for your ears for a couple of hours. That is all of the things that we do.
Yep.
So, last week, following on from the death of Adele, which everyone was super upset by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as they fought over his stuff, we took a minute.
Give me that. Right. Very diplomatic and nice. No, you will have that. You can have that. You can have that. That makes sense.
That was maybe 30 seconds of, oh, he's dead.
And is that a shoe?
Well, I'll have this bit.
We'll bury his hand in Neverwinter to honour him, and then we'll get on with it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yep.
No one actually knew his last name, where he was
No.
from.
No.
We just knew he was from Neverwinter.
Somewhere in
No
Neverwinter.
one knew his last name, although in the character intro videos, it actually says your surname.
Did you have
Lapa.
Yeah.
Did you have your name in your spellbook?
Will be on my. Yeah, it has spellbook of this person at the start.
Did you have it sewn into your underwear?
Probably not. That would have been a good move.
Yeah, I'm not checking his underwear.
I might do if there's some gold in there.
You definitely don't want to now.
Cast prestidigitation on the first. There we go.
It's still not clean.
There's not enough bleach.
It's not coming out.
there is more than just blood fluid in there now. So, following on from the death of Nell, the party continued exploring the Eye of the Allfather. They fought over Moraz. It did absolutely nothing.
We have advanced since we were in the Icewind Dales then. A lot.
And we have a giant with us.
Yeah.
It made 2 attacks. Both attacks missed. It did, however, do a lot of damage to burning as people attacked it. So,
It's killing me as I hit it. Maybe I should
Are
keep
you
hitting
gonna
it.
give me rules as I use the Remora's blood, or are you gonna let me know what it does?
Yes.
depends on, yes.
Like if I lick it, will I find out what it does?
Yes. Lick it, see what happens.
Let me have right, right.
So they killed the Romaraz, also found the frost giant great axe they were looking for. So Harshrag went and used that, touched the ice rune, it disappeared from his hand and appeared in the statue of the frost giant, and then they opened a portal. So they stepped through the portal, found a dead cloud giant, which turned into a ghost. They spoke to that a little bit. They spoke to the Eye, or the Oracle of the Allfather, had a bit of a conversation, and then got
Had to unlock the DLC.
kept asking the wrong questions.
Give me
Right
relic.
DLC.
Give me relic.
So I think it means we asked the right question.
I got told that before the Allfather would provide them with all of the answers, they needed to go and retrieve the relics of at least one relic of giant kind from underneath the Uthgardt barbarian spirit mounds. To which Arsenic said, "Oh wait, I know where those all are. I'll draw a map for you." And drew a map.
Out of nowhere, pulled some sort of paper-like
He's carrying bags. The guy's a fucking giant, man. He's got bags upon bags.
We've seen giant bags.
He probably has pockets within pockets within
He has
pockets.
bees somewhere.
He has bees somewhere. I'm waiting for the bees.
And a tombstone.
Because it's hair nail on it.
A copy.
Someone's got a chisel, right?
I came prepared.
I knew it would be you.
They considered asking the Oracle who makes the best sandwiches in Faerun.
Save that for another time.
Decided they were saving that for another journey.
Yeah, to fail and find out that he's to be an
We didn't think he'd answer because that probably requires DLC.
You don't know. You could have asked and found out.
No, actually, I'm sure he's part of the content already, right? That we totally don't know of.
So they decided they were going to go look at the Spirit Man to retrieve the relics. Arsenic said he was going to stay behind and guard the Eye. And basically shut all the doors, because that's the best way of guarding against small folk. Because none of you fuckers can open doors.
You might be able to.
Nope.
Well, now that the ice is gone, he might be able to.
Nope.
Well, we had
Because you
him-
can't reach the handle.
We had a wizard at one point who could have opened doors, but he kind of got squashed.
We also had a cleric in this point which knew so
What do you do?
So you guys left the Eye. Upon leaving the Eye,
Your one.
you saw a airship, which threw down some rope ladders to you. Some of you climbed up, some of you didn't. Then the guy stuck his head out and was like, "Come up," and you guys didn't come up.
We all sort of went.
No, so the airship landed, and then turned to the three who got on and was like, "Get off over there, because I only want to say this message once." So you all got back off, wandered over, and they delivered you a wonderful message, which I'm going to reread again because I like the message. The message was, "We come to you on behalf of Klauth, the great dragon of the north. Klauth offers you this vessel and our services as a gift, so that you may cross his vast dominion while avoiding the many perils of the land below. War against the giants is inevitable, but the great dragon commands you forge ahead and face your destiny. The ordering of the giants is broken and they are not united. Slay their leaders and you may yet prevail. If you succeed in quelling the giant threat, Klauth bids you come to his hidden vale so that he can reward your bravery."
Yeah.
Hey,
So basically, he wants to kill the giant leaders as opposed to
Question.
trying to fix the ordering.
he says, so we may cross this vast dominion. How big is Klauth's dominion?
All of the north.
So,
Shut up.
I believe last week's Snap you rolled a history check on what Klauth was and who Klauth was.
Yeah, I think so.
And
Yeah.
also, if I remember correctly, it was pretty high. So we'll provide you with a little bit more information that I've since rechecked and found out. So, you remember the research that Klauth was one of two of the most powerful dragons in existence right now. You know he carries a wand of fireballs and a wand of lightning bolts, and he uses both to devastating effect. He was around during the giant dragon war, and has survived since then. You will know there was at the time when the Drakaraj Mythal, I believe is the name of the event, when the elves performed certain rituals to turn all dragons feral. He got affected by that and essentially devastated a city on his own. And the main reason why he didn't is he snapped out of it before he destroyed the city. And whilst he was recovering, the rest of the defenders of the city and what remained of them were able to sort of push him back. So,
Literally, there's just like a shit ton of elves going, fuck off! You're
Yeah.
drunk!
Despite being a red dragon, it wasn't in his interest to continue destroying the city.
because it was feral rage, he'd actually sustained massive damage to himself
Oh, okay.
because he wasn't being careful in his attacks.
Right, it's reckless.
He was a barbarian.
God, that's a terrifying image of like a giant, an ancient dragon with a great axe.
So shortly after that, because because of the injuries he sustained, he hibernated as such himself in an area of the spine of the world. And you remember that the area of the spine of the world is.
About 10 minutes. About 20 minutes.
It's north.
Everything's fucking north.
It's real fucking, yeah.
One day we'll leave the north and go south. To an evil jungle that will try killing us.
I
With a
mean,
death dust.
With
Wait.
Hey,
That's
you can do this as well.
Cool. The area of the world called Klauth Vale.
Well,
Wow,
gee, I
how
wouldn't have guessed
original.
Say what?
Southern Vale.
It's called
Wow.
Klauth Vale.
how do we know Klauth owns that though?
Is your intelligence 6?
Not on this character. But in his campaign.
So, yeah. And Klauth Vale is slightly.
Might create a beast.
Yeah. It's not very far west of Miraval. Well, in actual fact, you guys have the map that Harshnag has provided you, which if you look at that, you have something called Raven Rock, and Klauth Vale is right next to that.
Wouldn't you? I was going to say we would try to put some of that map on the one we've already got that's got a lot of details.
Hmm?
Wouldn't we have tried to copy the map where it actually says it is onto the one we've got that's got details?
We've only had it for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It says it transforms a creature.
Eh?
Liam.
Yeah,
Yeah, it says
Polymorph
transform, not
create an
create.
animal.
What do you mean?
If I use polymorph on someone, do I create an animal using them, or does it turn them into an animal? Because my thing is specifically says summoned or created, and I wasn't sure if polymorph counted. Yeah.
So probably not.
I think creation it implies making it from nothing. Or from some sort of component.
I create that from a person though, because
I mean, if you polymorph them and then summon that person.
come here. I've summoned him over.
There's also the fact that it's not like a
Sorry, yeah, I was trying to let it out because that makes polymorph an awful lot more powerful.
Guy's self to look like a gnome that's 4 foot tall.
Hi.
Sorry, 4'10".
Do you not like 6 foot?
I don't think that does count as creation.
Aww. I wasn't sure. There was a
The reason
chance.
why I say that is I actually think there are spells that specify things are created.
I think it's conjure is generally the one, but I don't specifically create. That's why I was iffy on it. I might be wrong, but that's not creating a beast.
I'm just saying that was an example of creating.
Yeah, I think Conjure Woodling Beings does create them out, I think, and summons them out of nothing.
Conjure animals, you have like you summon places.
Yeah, but it says summoned rather than create.
There'll be something that says create.
That's why I was a bit.
Another god.
That or
I will do some researching.
Thank you. Yeah, I will. I'm not 100% it would work, but I thought it might do, so I'll ask. But
it's always worth clarifying.
Yeah, I'll do some. Because the reason why I say it's not is it's wizards and they're normally pretty good with what their wording is, and creating is a different word to transforming. And their wording is normally they use one word for a specific thing.
yeah.
So if it was creating, it would say it creates.
Okay.
So
Sorry, yeah, I just want.
that's cool. Possibly they're covering their asses for future
True.
things.
Yeah, that's my thinking.
Yeah.
Is there might be another spot in the books.
Yeah.
In the books.
There is new stuff coming out later this year.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
listen to the podcast and you'll hear me come about it.
Literally.
I've got the plastic out.
And you lost
And
how
that
many
has my
viewers
soup.
down?
All of
So, the cultists are standing in front of you. What are you guys doing?
Coming back on board their ship.
Yeah, we don't have a discussion and then...
You guys go away and have a
Anyway.
discussion, and the consensus is...
Yeah,
Going.
we're having a test drive, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll go to the first stop
Test drive.
and we'll see
Just
how it
pull
goes.
it.
Probably don't.
Yeah.
Straight away, he was like,
Someone has a crack addiction. Oh
No.
dear, he's got his own.
I challenge you to a duel.
You've activated my trap card!
Oh my god.
My blue wave's my
Fucking
dragon.
yes. I love listening to that.
So yeah, I get on the boat.
Yeah, I
You are on the boat.
get on the boat.
Motherfucker.
Their boat.
You were all so reluctant to get on that boat,
I won.
but now that it's landed
Oh, good.
and you can all fly, let's just hop on the boat.
It's the reassurance that these guys know where they're going. 'Cause last time we got on a flying thing, he didn't.
You
Oh, we're actually doing this. We're actually doing our discussion now. Okay.
So,
No,
wait, you guys have got some kind of post-traumatic flight disorder or something?
Don't venture, please.
I mean,
no, is
That
I mean-
is a yes.
here's the thing, right? If you mention a certain cloud giant and go, hello, some of us have a massive fucking reaction to it.
Eh? What?
all I know is this is a very bad idea because of who they work for.
Well, I can just talk to Smitten.
But at
The
same-
giants are causing chaos
I
everywhere
can
in the
talk to
world
animals.
at the moment. Everyone's favouring.
As long as if they've got
And,
intelligence, they can talk back. I can understand them.
We must ally with them because it's the quickest way to get around.
Plus, we were going to kill the giant leaders anyway, or try to kill the giant leaders anyway to fix the fucking thing
We,
in the first
we
place.
never said we were going to try to kill them.
I don't remember
We
that.
said we are trying to
What are we
work out
doing with the fire giant mine?
killing fire giants, not the leader.
Oh yeah, we still got to go there.
Actually, I'm pretty sure the leader is there.
That is
Probably.
one example. It's
But that is because they are holding prisoners down
And there's also there's that. What's
Either
her
way.
name? The one the stone, cloud giant woman told us about
Oh,
when we were Waterdeep Countess.
there. Yeah, I've got the name here somewhere.
Yeah.
Sansuri.
Countess Sansuri.
if there
Oh,
are any
she's-
giant leaders willing to talk, rather than having to kill them all,
I rather doubt it.
is the better pathway.
I rather doubt it.
Did you
I'm
say
okay with that.
have no faith you have any experience in handling giant diplomacy.
No.
Not at all.
Didn't all of you say at some point you were looking for some guy, RT symbol or whatever?
Sort of.
I'm sure you know who he is.
Yeah, I think we all realised that we knew who he
Auntie
was.
Simple.
Artist.
You might not know who he is.
I'm not from
He,
around
does,
those parts.
Oh.
he does a pretty good job of keeping himself secret.
Yeah.
Unless you've got people in the right place.
Yeah.
Zantara.
Dinosaur. Wait,
No.
were the dinosaurs in it?
Yeah, it's still that guy that you're probably looking for.
I don't think we're looking for him anymore.
Yeah, not more.
Yeah, we were told he was not where we thought he would
No,
be.
not changed.
Oh, so you're just going to forget about the guy. Right.
Well, we were given other objectives.
Yeah, we're being told to everything.
Did we hear that?
I didn't.
Didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Shoot pops.
Right, so where are we flying?
Barbarian
Map, I
camp.
guess.
Which is the furthest barbarian camp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well,
but then if we
this-
don't like it, we can get all the ones on the way back. Assuming they fly up.
Which
Right,
is the furthest
so-
barbarian camp.
Furthest one.
That's it in the chat.
Yeah.
You are here. Furthest is like
Halfway across the continent.
Stone Stand, is that one?
Yeah, that's one.
Oh, that's the furthest. That also means flying over Silvermoon.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
With a bunch of Dragon Cultists.
That will work.
Or there's the closest one,
Or-
is it Great Worm Cavern?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of these.
Yeah.
There are a fuck ton.
I'm sure we're going to go to the
Oh,
closest
it's
or the furthest.
grandfather tree, one of them, because that's even further.
Oh my god, we're actually going
Wait,
south.
where is it?
All this
Really?
talk about going north, we're going
There's
south.
one called Flint Rock.
There's a total of 9.
Right, Rob.
That's where you're from, right?
Either we do. What's that one top right called? Bear Runner? Bear Run as well? Because that's not passing over any kind of civilization.
And then we'll go to one stone from there.
You are here.
Well, then if we're going that way, we might as well go to Great
You
Worm
are
Cavern,
here.
then Baronas, then One Stone, and make our way around like that. If we're going to do that.
Great
So
Worm
Long
Cavern
tunnel.
sounds a bit fishy now.
Wormy.
I'm Dragon sometimes described as worm.
WYR, isn't it?
yeah.
Am I going to introduce soon, or can I go on my phone for a while?
Raven Rock is
Uh,
actually
you
near
can
his
play
domain,
around with it.
so that would be better to do lots.
You'll be
There's
introduced
Raven
once
Rock.
they've decided
Yeah,
where.
okay. So yeah, if we start making our way Great Worm Cavern and round,
Great
that,
Worm,
round clockwise, then
Well,
I'd check,
one
because I'm
stone,
just
stone,
okay, I might as well do some.
whatever that is. That is.
Don't we have to come back here?
eventually.
So we may as well do Great Worm last and then just walk here.
How far is it to Great Worm Cavern?
Walking.
Walking,
Yeah.
you have no idea because you only found the path you are on now.
But yeah, based on this map, like how long will it take to walk to Everland?
Well, okay, we've got a thing from Tribal to
Everland, it took you a
distance.
week to get to here from Everland.
Okay, so it'll take about a day or two. A
If
day.
you can walk in, if you can find an easy to look path, yeah. Because going from you're in the middle of the spine of the world,
Yeah.
and the Great Worm Cavern is also in the middle of the spine of the world, and you only have you've got a vaguely accurate map, but it doesn't track you any of the passages or ravines or pathways through the spine.
Okay.
So going on foot, you're probably going to get lost a few times before you get there.
Shining White, is that the dentist or something?
No,
No,
there's
the
just
barbarian chief there is called
Hey, we
Cold
have
Gate.
Flint Rock.
I was going to say there's a lot of sort of not quite dead people that are a bit pissed.
Maybe that's where my rock is.
Well, one stone.
Flint Rock.
There's one stone as well.
One stone.
Stone. And one stone. There's a lot of stones. And
No.
rocks.
So cavern, then well, stone,
It seems a bit
other stone,
Yeah.
tree.
Let's do a clockwise.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Right
Great
now.
Worm Cavern.
That-
I assume.
Yeah. Awesome. So, you guys will get on the ship. 4? Is it 4?
I'm only watching them for anything dodgy.
That's
I
cool.
think we all will.
Yeah.
I'm a fawn over the ballista.
9.
I knew you would do. Keep it in your pants. If you put it there, it will
Cool.
disappear.
4 immediately go below deck.
Okay.
2 start manning various things to get it moving, and 2 start standing out, keep an eye out, a watch around. One of the ones standing on watch does say to you guys, "Oh, we're going to pilot the ship. Hopefully you guys are going to defend it."
Do I get to use that?
Sure.
Done.
So you're going for the ballista.
Yeah.
So there's a ballista at the back
So
and a harpoon gun at the front.
if we're
Yes,
defending
I'm bringing
it, who defended it before we were on the ship?
We weren't attacked.
And you're
That's
expecting-
lucky.
So you're
Insight?
expecting the company?
Hmm?
You're expecting the company?
No. I'm just saying it's in your benefit too.
I hope we get attacked. I legitimately hope we get attacked.
Well, the make ready. You guys get up and get off and head places.
Do they have any extra robes and masks for us?
They do not.
No gimp suit for you.
Feels like home.
Is it possible to make your way down
Yes.
below deck? Cool,
Yep.
I'd like to go and
Nice little
check out
picnic,
what's there.
Okay, so
If I can.
just so you guys are aware, at the
He's a little
top,
tiny dragon, isn't
on the upper deck, there's a furnace heating the balloon, obviously. A ballista at the front and a harpoon at the back, and that's essentially it. The rest of it's just open space. And then ropes that have attached the balloon to the deck. Below deck, there is 5 rooms. Come down some stairs into a corridor. There's 2 rooms on either side, and 1 at the far end. The rooms on either side each contain
Cultists. More dead bodies.
a cabin with 2 hammocks, a writing desk, a chair, a footlocker, and a porthole. There's 4 of those. There's 8 hammocks, 1 for each of the crew members. And 4 of them are currently in use. And then the other room is a storeroom that is packed to the ceiling with crates of rations, barrels of fresh water, and casks of dwarven ale and fine elven wine. There is approximately, you think, on estimation, enough food to feed 10 people for 100 days.
Handy that.
So, essentially, you have a shit ton of food right now.
Our crew stopped.
I know, but the cruise only last you a day.
So is that
There's at the moment 10 people on the ship.
There's more than
No,
that.
because
Oh,
there's
12.
There's 8 crew
Eight-
members.
oh,
and
8 crew
there's
members,
7
sorry.
of us.
You said
15
There's
people.
6 of us.
Oh yes.
14 people.
Only
Oh,
4
and a
crew.
cat. 15 creatures.
Cat will probably catch a bird out of the sky.
at this altitude, we're in the mountains.
Alton wakes up in this minute again. I brought this as an albatross.
I was
There's
just like
also-
bald eagle. I wake up.
Or a condor.
The stairs down. There's the door at the upper deck which goes down. You've got the staircases that come down on either side, whatever. At the base of those, there is a steel hatch that's bolted shut, with 2 horizontal sliding iron levers in the adjacent wall. One lever is labelled thrust, and the other lever is labelled direction.
Wow, okay.
I wonder what they do.
And they say we can't fly this. It is this.
So they have a lever that's labelled direction. And how many directions can this lever go? It's like left and
You
right.
can go left and right.
And then they have thrust, which is forward and back, I assume, yeah?
Think of how you actually control a boat, and it's just got its little rudder on the back. I think that's
And they're
perfect.
saying that we
Anything
wouldn't
else
know how
down
to
there?
fly it. Let's kill them.
No, hang on. Well, there's a furnace, right? So you want people to shovel coal. Or something
So
like
shove
that.
them in it, right? That's what you're suggesting.
There's also controlling the height and the rope length and the moving the making the airship go forward is easy enough.
Do we know how to take off?
No,
Do we know how to land?
No.
Horrible?
you have none of the information necessary to fly this ship.
How long would it take us to study them?
We're not doing it.
If we walk around enough, we've already learned how to go forwards, backwards, left and right, so
Halfway
just
there.
need to know how to
Up
up
and
and
down.
down and then we're good.
And then we throw them all overboard.
Is there anything else down
But
there?
if we get worried,
That's it.
only 4 of them seem to be necessary. Because 4 sleep this time.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's going to be 7 of us.
So wait, they're gonna wake up and they're gonna go, where's the rest of the crew? It's like, yeah, they didn't fly so good. We're in charge now.
It's a mutiny.
By the way, we're crashing. Can you stop flying?
By the way, that mountain's getting a bit close.
You can tell them parlay.
Yeah. So you guys are going to break Worm Cavern.
Yeah.
After much playing around with ropes and adjusting balloonness, the ship takes off.
Balloon miss.
I hate it when my
Fucking
balloon
tech-
doesn't have enough nest in it.
It's terrible.
Technical terms there, jeez.
I know all about airships and how they function. There's ropes. There's
We know how- we know how
forward and
cloud giants
backwards,
are.
left and right, and balloonness.
Yeah, how are we doing?
Farts.
You don't know.
Do we not see any way of it?
Did we see pigs on
Yeah.
wings?
or monkeys
Okay.
with wings. And
They're hiding them.
It's not strong enough.
Is there anything?
These cultists are actually true
Where the
polymorphs.
You mean where the balloon is? There's,
there
there's
like
a
an
furnace
Yeah.
in the middle of the upper deck, which
There's like
creates
an
a lot of
observation
heat
deck.
going straight into the balloon.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't it be more economical rather than transforming pigs into cultists to transform cultists into pigs?
No.
But then you could bake it.
human
They'd
beings.
never. Can you imagine being an awakened pig? You'd never get hungry.
Never going to suffer.
I am tasty!
I mean,
what shall I do?
I mean,
I can't stop myself.
How long would Liam live if he was made of bacon?
5 seconds.
Dead so quickly.
He'd literally
It
throw
depends
himself
on if the bacon-
into a frying
It
pan.
depends on if the bacon he eats off himself instantly goes through his stomach and back onto his arm.
No, he
No, I-
throws himself into a frying pan.
You're really like, well, I don't feel burning anymore.
I pictured that episode of The Simpsons where Homer's head becomes a giant donut. And he's picking away and eating at it.
Yeah. Anyways.
Oh my god.
Tangent.
The ship moves faster than you guys do. It takes you just under 6 hours to fly there.
Oh.
Maybe this time we shouldn't present heads on sticks.
Maybe it was one off.
Well, I've stuck it back in the bag. If they start getting angsty, though,
We'll probably need to ask them where the relic is, unless you know what we're looking for.
wait, this is a different type to the other one, right?
From the air, can we see anything that looks like a burial
Because if we come
ground
along with
or
the head of another
relic
tribe,
thingy?
I think they'll be like, whoa,
Yeah, Liam.
these guys mean business.
We know sort of thing.
We're also coming at them with an airship and heavy weapons.
But there
And
are
at the same
multiple
time-
tribes.
Oh, they are.
If we come to the next place and we have two leaders' heads on a stick, they'll be like, whoa, they're definitely meaning business.
They mean double business.
What's the
Well,
rotation?
why don't we get to the last one?
We get to the last one and we've all got two heads. Like,
Left, right,
No,
up,
we
and
get to the
down.
last one, just a bag of
Okay.
holding. Okay.
So you can.
So the airship is
From
banked
the
like
air.
that. Like
When we have a
down.
shish kebab of heads,
So you can shoot.
On a
It's
spare.
got 90-degree arc, up and down, left and right.
yeah.
So it's actually got quite a large circle that it can fire at,
Oh, good.
but only behind.
So you
That's
are like,
fine.
are you our sniper from the air?
I'm rear gunner right now, yeah. Well, in this case,
Yeah.
Sound effects.
There are rules for how ballista works. That has. So, yeah, you fly for just short of 6 hours. I think it's like 5 hours and 43 minutes, roughly.
Seconds?
Milliseconds.
20
I know. It's 5.625. Is how many hours you fly,
Okay.
but I don't know what 6.25 of an hour is.
Like, it's,
It's not 43. That's
A
way too
number.
high.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
39 minutes.
yeah, it's
43 is not a bad guess.
Wait, no, it's quarter of that.
I don't care.
38 minutes.
You guys, the ship gets lowered. And they start bringing down towards a nice steep run down into a flat ravine thing. I don't know. They're landing the ship. The ship has skis. They ski it to a halt.
From the air, did we see anything?
You do not see anything that looks like a mound, but you do when you get to the bottom of this thing. You sort of floated on path and banked round to come down. There is a very large cave entrance going into the side of this mountain. That when I say it's large, it's about 250 feet
I was about to
wide.
say, can the boat get in there? And the answer is pretty close.
Oh, the boat is only
The boat will fit inside those.
how many ballista shots do
the boat
we
is only
have?
20 feet wide.
How
Yeah.
many
No, I
ballista-
think it will fit. It's like turn it on.
Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's only going to be like
8, 9.
120.
It's 45 feet long.
Oh wow, it's a short fucking boat.
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
not very big.
Liam, how many ballista shots do we have?
Fuck knows, doesn't
Yeah,
say.
it's been like a drive-by in this cave,
Well, no, I was thinking this is called the Great Worm Cavern or something similar, and that's a pretty great cavern that we're looking at.
So is there a great worm?
Yeah,
It doesn't say. However, there is
I know about great
the
worms.
entire width of it is 250 feet wide and probably near the same in height. But there are 4 massive ice pillars across the mouth of the cave,
What?
restricting it to only sort of between. The biggest gap between them is 50 feet.
Do I know of any large worms that would reside in dark places?
Yeah,
Wiggly
yeah,
ones.
yeah. You would know. 'Cause
Yeah.
You know of purple worms.
Yeah.
Yay.
You know of purple worms, but they don't normally make burrows. They don't normally make dens. They just sort of dig
Yeah.
and keep eating.
And never go back to where they.
Yeah, and never go to where they've already been. So, also there's like rocks and stuff holding this up. So
Okay.
you guys pull down, and landing and come to the halt. Damien, you are following your visions. You've been told to-
Damien! You got like 666 carved into your fucking head!
I considered it.
It's quite funny, but
Do you know what? I'm
Yeah.
called that. I'm also an Aasimar.
yeah, that's what's even better. You don't- oh, wow.
Yeah, so you have been
It's the
making your way
opposite.
through the spine of the world to the place where the visions have been calling you to. As you're making your way up, you watch as this big ass boat comes down from the sky with skis and a balloon on the back of it and lands. And
I
sort
know.
of skids to the hole in front of this large cavern that you're
Do we
heading
land on
towards.
him? Is he the Wicked Witch
It's
of
a
the
local.
West?
Do you want to have a test shot?
New character.
Is he one of the barbarian tribes, do we know?
He doesn't look like a barbarian.
He looks
Describe what
very
you look
weak.
like, Damien.
He kind of looks like a
Hey.
barbarian.
He's disguised.
Black, fairly long black hair up to shoulders, about 6 foot tall, thinnish, and looks fantastic.
How fantastic.
He's an Aasimar. They all look fantastic.
Fair enough.
Where's that purple?
What colour
Positively
are your
radiant.
robes?
I'm in leather armor. Oh, studied leather armor.
Okay.
Barbarians don't usually wear armour.
No, they've all been wearing
Wait,
hide,
have you got white skin then?
hide and furs.
Yeah, white, somewhat white glow, some almost
Yeah, I
perfect
think-
skin.
yeah.
Yeah.
He glows, I don't trust him.
That's what it says. But that's what. No, it's
Like, sure.
no, not glowing right now.
No, you're not glowing.
We-
at the moment.
and we-
You're
seen
pale, it's the sunny out, you're glowing.
Yeah, so you've seen this weird glowing but not glowing.
Reflective.
Yeah, humanoid making their way up the mountainside towards where you are. Although, well, more they seem to be heading towards the cavern. And then if you guys have pulled to a stop, you notice them. They've noticed you, and they've started. I don't know. Have you stopped? Just stopped?
Yes, I've just
Yeah,
stopped.
they've just sort of stopped and are watching you.
He's Eldrin, he's like the opposite of you.
Trustworthy.
I think pretty much everyone in this path trusts me more than you.
Sure.
I knew there was a reason we kept him around.
How far is I can't take your name seriously.
Damien.
I really can't. How far is Damien
he
away
doesn't.
from us?
Hello, Damien.
It's just so
Or
common.
Dave.
Dave.
Like 80, 90 feet, something like that.
Oh, okay.
We can call him Dame.
I mean, if he looks as fantastic as he says, then, you know.
He's probably pretty good at it.
Yeah, crazy folk wandering the mountains alone. We could just pass by,
Oh man, we're about to go and ask him if
make
he's...
eye contact, and hope nothing happens.
We've landed,
I'm gonna
yeah.
climb down off the
I
ship.
mean,
Yeah.
We're here to get rid of the locals.
I was almost like wanting to make my way towards you.
Whoa,
Yeah, well, I'll climb
That's
down off
local,
the
right?
ship.
Yes.
When
How
did
far
this
away is it?
become
About 80
to
feet.
get rid of
80.
the locals?
Alright, yeah. I'll...
Nice
Barbarian tribes.
Right, let's
It's
introduce
not-
ourselves.
Can you name one
Sasha's just
local?
gone full
Oh,
jealous.
before I do
Just
that, I
kill-
disguise self
Hang
as
on.
a...
kill all the locals.
Name one
I'm a
local
human.
that
They're
hasn't
gonna
tried
give
to
it to
kill us
I
first.
disguise self as a human.
You're a human. Cool.
Everything has tried to kill us
As far as
except
I'm
what's
concerned,
on
we're
board
walking
this
into
ship.
Yeah, that's the really fucked up thing. The evil people have yet to try and kill us.
Oh, and a giant, but he was outside of here, so he doesn't quite count.
Yeah,
So-
so climb down off the ship.
So Teldrin and Alton have got off the ship and snapped,
Yeah, it looks like we're already going to head towards it.
and you're
Well,
heading
that's what I'm
towards
gonna
the mysterious figure. What are the other three doing?
Okay.
Okay.
I want to check my spells. I'll probably.
Watch my back.
Four choice of
Shoot
words.
the-
Just see code just go.
Yeah. I'm guessing at this range, wind doesn't really have an effect.
We can make it
Or altitude.
Yeah.
You should
we
be
can
pretty
make it
good.
worse and just make it.
All account for bolt drop.
What are you doing here alone?
I follow my dreams.
He's crazy.
He's nuts!
No, it wasn't. The
He's
best
a
thing is,
nutter.
I said that, and my eyes are extremely haunted. I forgot to mention that.
You were right, Flint.
I've seen horrors.
Are you okay?
Told you. I told you.
Are any of us okay?
You have a weird look in your eye. Eyes.
just the one.
Yeah, it's one
The other
eye.
eye's
He's
fine.
got one that's just going.
There's one that's got all the things I've seen.
Half your face is pulling a hypnotoad. Why?
Please make it stop. My face hurts.
Guys,
I
is he
can't
trying
do
to
that.
kill you yet?
He's following dreams, apparently.
Huh?
That's
Guys,
sensible.
he's going to kill you soon then.
Okay.
Just wait for him to dream about it.
Who are you anyway?
I am Damien Woodspring.
He's called Damien. He planned out the blister.
You have a violin!
String ballista now.
Cannon. No ballista. Sorry.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Why is he here? Wait, no, he's following his dream.
Why is that?
Dreams tell him.
Do you want your name introduced to him? Because this is Teldrin and this is Alton.
I don't like a human, by the way, because I disguise him.
And what's your dreams?
I looked for a way to stop the giants, and it led me towards this cave.
Oh.
What'd he say?
He's doing the
He's
same
trying to
shit.
stop the giants as well.
Oh!
Bollocks he is.
Where are you from?
I'll get off the boat.
I am from nowhere.
You idiots, he's reading your mind.
Where's that?
My home is
Sasha,
destroyed.
bring them
Oh.
up. He says he's from somewhere called Nowhere.
I definitely don't have that on this map. Or the other one,
Yeah,
actually.
because my home was destroyed.
Just as a quick
Scratch
check,
that. Everyone died.
would I know?
Did Snout
What
blow up
Aasimar
his
look
home too?
But did you by any chance live in a
Hamlet that was attacked by stone giants.
The fireball
yeah.
Oh dear.
Did you have a father?
Guys, he's on to me. Shit.
We should have done that.
Staff is actually the big bad.
Like, what's the one that has the arch enemy? Is that one of the Polish
BBG.
shit? Where it's just like, he's my nemesis in the party.
Ah.
Anyway, yeah, what I know about Aasimar.
Yeah, you can make a history check. Literally just you.
What?
So where is where I'm from?
17.
Yeah.
Might have one as a pet.
Your characters are not the same. You don't know about Zeph.
No, I'm just
You've heard of certain beings that look like what Damien looks like.
like an angel almost.
There's something otherworldly,
Angelic.
yeah, otherworldly, celestial about them. You know they're essentially the inverse of a tiefling. But if a tiefling has devil blood, they have celestial blood. But aside from that, the creatures you've heard of are called Aasimar. But that's all you know. That you've heard rumours of such thing that exist.
Have you just given me a penis?
What? Well, you chose it.
What?
It's an ice cream.
I was like, is that penis?
He wants a penis.
That is a bad colour to pick for ice cream.
Yeah, right. Hold on. Is that penis?
I have I have a component to certain spells.
Hey. I don't
What
mind
do you
asking.
It's shaped
Do
like
you-
a sweet.
The meta.
Are you such as Aasimar?
I am indeed.
What's an Aasimar?
This is just in normal talk. Are you still? They're
No, I
kind of.
walked up at this point.
Yeah.
They're kind of like. Wow.
The easiest way for me to
Perhaps
recognise
kind
it
of
is
celestial.
it's an
blood
opposite of a
sometimes.
tiefling. Tieflings have devil blood. Aasimar have celestial blood.
And what do you do exactly?
I'm a druid.
So wait, you
Oh,
like
hence the crazy.
elf
Right.
stars or something?
Sorry. But some druids a bit loopy.
Most druids.
You said he's following his dream, so
Bit loopy.
Have you spent a lot of time alone then?
Yeah, some of the
I spend much
fun
time
pipe
with my
and
friends.
follow their dreams.
All the critters and beings
Some of the
of
fun
woodland
pipe.
realms.
well, this is a lovely woodland we're in right now.
Oh look, there's a tree. Oh no.
No, it's a really
That's a
weirdly
rock.
shaped rock. Yeah.
Wooden grass. home.
And this is also a lovely grassland we're in.
Oh look, there's grass.
Not
No.
search for a new home
No.
and seek for a way to stop that which destroyed my last.
Well, if your vision has led you here to help stop the giants, then it's probably led you to us.
So what did destroy your home?
Giants.
Oh, sorry, I was mocking you.
And you're sure
Can I insight him to make sure he's not a nutcase?
Go for it, make an insight.
Yes!
Everyone's like that. Oh, holy shit.
19.
Insight.
What's he rolling?
18.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I am a slight nutcase.
You can just not. You can just not.
My
character
has lost a lot. He's on the edge.
He is haunted.
Yeah, which
18.
My character's a haunted one.
Yeah.
He is somewhat nuts.
Yeah, I mean, he's close to nuts, but
Everyone's a
he
bit
do-
close to nuts.
Yeah, he doesn't seem nuts when he's talking about his dreams, which
So
is
he's-
weird.
So he seems more sane talking about that's fucked.
Those seem like legit.
See, there's a lot of dream talk, yet.
Dreams and visions. You get a sense those happen and exist and are a thing, but he does seem like he's close to snapping.
Hi! I've already been there, I've already destroyed it.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Just got
Yeah.
fireball
It's
on.
like do you know what, is that where it came from? When you snap, it's because you go crazy and start blowing up hamlets.
Or any other
Or
instance.
just lashing out at
Or
people,
you
yeah.
crack and will become glue, or pop and
Splurge.
Yeah, there's a reason for his name, right?
We're going in there.
Why?
That's a long story.
Yeah.
Well,
We can tell you on the way.
We could, let's just say a voice told us.
in order to stop the giants, we have to
Godly
just
a godly...
now.
Okay then.
Oh, you speak
Yeah,
my
there we go.
language.
Yeah, against him.
I get that. That I understand.
The voice spoke from the sky and told us to do this.
It's
No.
fine.
All I'm thinking is like, my character, do you know what, my character Druid, he would actually quite happily believe that a voice would speak from the sky and tell you to go here to do this. Quite happily.
Well, that plus what you are, that is genuinely what happens.
Yeah, I really can't lie. That is exactly what I think. Okay, that sounds completely plausible.
Yep. I agree.
Wonder about this room. One second. It's getting weirder by the minute.
You two still on board?
We're walking over.
yeah. I find this sort of phase it out.
You can feel free to leave.
I'm talking to a rock.
You speak primordial. Shame.
I thought about it, but I thought,
That's
no,
probably a good
again.
question.
So yeah, we're going in there. Joining?
I suppose for now.
Well,
Right then.
Excuse me.
Sounds like that came from the cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, the buff echoes out. It proper echoes out.
So, you know anything about the area?
Do I know anything about this area?
You were told to come here, but you're from nowhere. You're from a warmer climate.
you're from the sky.
If anything, well, I mean,
I just said
that's not really true. You are from Lurkwood, interestingly enough. So, which is just south, because you guys went through, you passed through Lurkwood with. That's when you spoke to Jarlaxle.
Actually, better question.
On the
Do
edge of
I
there is
know
where I
anything of this area?
Yeah, because it's Goliath. He might actually know this. It's nice territory for him.
I mean, what you know is you're in the spine of the world.
I meant specifically what have I heard of the Great Worm Cave? Where it is?
You will not have done.
Okay, so yeah, no one here actually knows what nerves in this cave, but considering it's called the Great Worm Cavern,
Would I?
And we keep burping.
We might as well just ask everyone.
probably
If I lived in
a
the
big
Lurk, it's
one.
not that far away.
Well,
Well, I
think
can't
we're-
know all I know there's a barbarian tribe in there.
I think we're safe in the fact that it's probably not a purple one.
It's
What's that?
probably
So,
Don't take your trousers off, I'll murder you.
There it is.
I'm not human right now, so that's pretty.
Why would he be purple?
It's swollen, don't worry about it.
he has this thing every time we go to a city. He
I catch something.
He gets a bit low.
Anyway,
he catches
what actually is a
human.
purple worm? Aside from that.
Something we don't want to cross paths with.
No, I wouldn't want to throw a
Right,
back.
let's also really narrow it down. Well, you could also still be talking about the first thing.
Big, purple. I can still.
It's not the first thing.
Yeah, it's not big.
You're all very strange, aren't you? You fit right in.
We've all
Yeah.
seen some shit
Just
too.
the guy that
Well,
I reckon it used to be a
Keeps his
dragon's
brains
lair.
Yeah,
well, I guess he'll find out eventually,
Wrong
won't he?
spelling.
I'm gonna just remove my hat.
W-Y-U-R-N.
Shit.
Y-R-N.
Maybe it's pale.
Tis a
worms.
drow! Ah!
I'm surprised that. Oh, holy shit!
Oh god, it's a drow!
He actually really was just talking about the purple thing.
I just go, interesting. Because I'm assuming they don't actually react to this.
No,
so,
they always
so
do
I'm
that.
just like, fuck off.
I'm not doing
The
that.
fact that they have an attack, it means they knew this and he's probably not going to hurt me.
I'm just staying with my head in my hands.
Face bombing.
Face popping so hard.
I'm going to start walking towards the cave.
Yeah.
Flint is done. Flint is 100% done with this conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll follow.
We're all going.
How dark is the cave?
So you make your way into the cave.
How dark is it? Because this matters for if he hates me today.
He always hates you,
If
regardless.
he hates me more than usual.
Is he on your enemy list or some shit?
I don't have an enemy list
It's very short
Rock
list.
that you know of.
Oh, I remember that
So
guy.
it's very short list.
There is some light, just because the direction the cave is facing. The cave is sort of southwest facing. So, I have that right. It is east-west, right?
Yeah.
Got it right! Fuck yeah!
You know, but
So, and you're past midday, so the sun is slightly further to the west. Therefore, there is light going into the cave a little bit. Which, that little bit of light is basically all you need to see inside the cave because the entire interior is coated in ice.
Ooh,
and the light
reflective.
just bounces around in very pretty sparkly patterns.
Is
but
it like a
also
laser-
So
light
is it
the-
still cold up here?
It's still fucking freezing, yeah.
Is the light, or not the light, the ice transparent? As in, like, can we see the cave wall through it?
No,
No,
because
it's
you're
very
blinded
rough.
looking at
If
it.
you get blinded, it is just light.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of light.
It's a corridor of light.
Yeah, well, it's the whole cave. So the just stepping in is really fucking bright, but further back it's a lot easier to see.
This is Fantasyland laser grid.
Yeah. So what you see is a cavern flanked by 70-foot-high ledges of rock, atop which stand 2 totem poles of chiseled ice with carvings that resemble winged snakes. The walls of these ledges are riddled with caves.
Riddled with cakes.
Caves.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah. I'm about to get riddled with cakes.
I found a fake.
No, it's not. I can touch it.
I'm
Oh,
a
it's a
monster.
lie.
Above the
Cheese
ledges,
puff in
My
the
character
Andy
pulls
bag.
out a good berry.
I was so confused.
It's very good, isn't it?
They
above
think we
above
get
the
together.
ledges, dug into the cavern walls, are narrow crypts, in which you can see frozen corpses standing up in a standing position,
Oh, good.
just in the wall, standing, looking out across the.
Are any of them blinking?
Keeping.
They're all.
That's a really morbid terracotta army.
Rising from the back of the cavern is a triangular promontory of ice-covered rock, 120 feet above the cavern floor at its peak.
Does this ice seem natural?
It's fucking cold.
I mean, but like, it's a solid block of ice, like 300, like all the way around the cave.
No, it's. Yeah. Where the cave is? It so it's rock that's coated in ice.
Ice doesn't form on ceilings like that.
But also,
normally.
these corpses are they like laying down like the long dead and then were frozen, or are they just like frozen in position because?
Oh, they're dead, but they're frozen standing upright. They've
so
buried...
it's not natural.
We have a bigger issue, or more precisely, he does. Because
Who's going first?
No, it's bloody cold, and where's your cold winter clothing?
He's wearing
My
it.
character would have cold.
He's
But I've
on
got.
like some
I,
sort of
I lived
pilgrimage
100
thing.
miles south. Well, no, not 7 days south. At the border of the woods where you met Galaxel.
Weren't you like on the journey to
That
come
really
here
cold
anyway?
there?
So
Yes, I
you
found
would've
out I was
bought
going
some
here, I'd
on
have
the
got
first
something.
stage.
We're doing like out the foot of the mountain.
Yeah.
My character would have had this equipment because he lives in nature. He would have this.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
What was that? You sent him first? What?
Where do you get the winter clothing
Go
from?
to a town and
My
buy some.
character didn't live in a town. He had all the stuff he needs to survive on his own.
Killed a wolf.
He probably made it up.
So yeah, right in the back of the cavern is a triangular promontory of ice-covered rock, 120 feet above the cavern floor at its peak. Thereupon stands an altar of frost-covered stone carved in the shape of a coiled serpent with great wings.
See, I told you, worm, not worm.
But it's not spelt worm.
I'm playing on words.
Oh, here we go. Let's desecrate their holy burial sites.
Also,
Barbarian.
All that. Don't know why the giant can't spell that. I mean, it's not-
Respecting their culture.
by sending us to.
you will also notice, standing on top of the two ledges, there's a total of 4 tribesmen, all holding like spears and javelins and stuff.
Not
what,
tasting
looking at
nice.
Right.
Looking very aggressively and angrily at you, so you will roll initiative.
Yeah. So just 4.
Told you we're doing genocide.
Just 4.
They might be very nodding.
Yes!
That'll do. That'll do.
Depends what language they speak.
Yeah, I've no
Yeah.
idea. No, I think
We know what it is a barbarian. No one can go.
I don't actually understand the language of the
I don't speak Uthgardt, if that's what you're
Uthgardt
asking.
language because I live nearby.
No, because you weren't
Giant.
spoken to them.
Magic
we
user,
speak
yes.
Yeah,
Magic.
you'd have actively avoided them as much as possible.
I've probably been fighting them for
You
a
don't speak
while.
Common though, do you?
Yes,
Would it
stop
just-
turning
yeah.
yourself into a bear and eating their skulls.
I could set their house
Yeah.
on fire. I think I
There's a
understand
reason I'm
that.
so strong. I've been
Definitely
fighting
do
with
that.
barbarians for a
I'm
while.
with you on setting things on fire, like especially people's homes.
Who you prefer to ice?
I was talking about
And then
the Hamlet
burning
destruction.
homes. Home wrecker.
Demolitions expert. Hey, we have no more.
Oh.
Someone's got
So it's
to
only
take
you
over
that can now murder masses of civilians.
Got my fair share of murder.
I mean, considering that
Same.
one of the first things I did with you guys as a group was murder some chargeman for his sword.
You murdered it.
That was
Right.
my job though.
Everyone get above
It was all
20.
about our job.
Nope.
24.
9.
You got 9?
No, I was just saying. I didn't know.
Do you know I rolled a 9?
I got 9.
I got 19.
I got 9.
2015.
16.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, sorry, I got 21. Sorry. I was
How
checking
sleepy
something.
you?
You're dreaming again, right?
No, I was checking to see what I could
He's
do.
getting a vision. It
50
says
to 10.
you're fucked.
13.
Also 13.
And plus 1, so you go first.
On the lower end of the initiative roll here.
10 to 5.
9.
5.
Oh shit. Oh, you were just.
Yes, 24. I think I might go first.
Yeah.
Cool, Audron, you're going first. There's the 4 things with
We haven't practiced yet.
Yeah.
a stack of spears, which they're all readying back like this.
They look like they're about to throw them, although they're threatening us.
They
Yeah.
look like they're
Why are
about
you
to
here?
throw spears at you.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
alright.
Kill that shit.
How far away are they?
You've gone in the middle, so far, they're actually quite far. Like 100 or so feet.
Oh, so they can't even throw spears at us.
Maybe you're closer than that then. I don't fucking know. Let's call it 80 feet.
Still can't.
No, they're going to throw spears 60 feet.
Oh, we would have
60
been that
feet.
close, would we? Oh, fucking
Cool, I'll shoot one.
Go for it.
hell. I can actually finally use that again. Finally
That
use this spell
is
again.
a 15.
Hits.
Fireball.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring the
I've not
season
fucking
down.
used it in ages because everyone's always in the
That
way.
is 11 points of damage.
By the time it's your turn, we'll kill
One of them falls over.
How many were there?
God. They're
Wow.
like literally civilians.
Oh shit! I that was
But
going
it's
to
not-
be overkill.
He's not like exploder is dead.
Just like
It's
taking
like-
one to the heart.
What did you do?
The short bow.
11 point. Yeah, I rolled max
Jamie Hill.
damage.
I'm going to go forward and use Thorn Whip.
Yes.
30 feet?
Like
Maybe
10
we should make
feet.
some more statues.
No, it's 30.
Alright.
That's why I'm going forward 30 feet. I
Yeah.
can move that far, can't I? I actually know the damage point.
Oh, hang on.
Is it difficult terrain?
Oh, it's difficult terrain. I might not have done that then.
It is difficult terrain.
Wouldn't have done that then.
Also, it's very slippery
Okay.
Oh.
Oh god, it's that.
because you're on ice.
Are we on a bridge?
Oh no! No.
Is there a kobold patrol on the other side? Also,
I didn't know
that,
what
was, that was moss, not ice.
Sludge.
and in hindsight, they should have had an advantage on everyone.
I'm surprised both parties were trying to help the other up.
It's like hanging off of the side. I'll save you! No, there's a kobold off one side, there's one of us on the other side, there's a kobold in the middle, and one person on the leg on each
Eventually I
side.
just went, fuck it, I'm flying.
Let's do this.
That was the most ridiculous.
That bridge was ridiculous.
Really
So the bridge was the hardest part of that entire dungeon.
Only
One of the most difficult parts of that
you
entire
see the bottom of it.
campaign.
Yes, and even then I just walked across it perfectly fine. And then back to try and pick people up.
Yes, and the ranger's just like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the two spells I'm just trying to check on.
Let's go.
Sorry.
Up next is you, Snap. So know what you're going to do.
I did.
Good.
I was going to do one thing.
Fortunately, none of these spells
What he
I've
did,
used
I was-
before for most part.
that's
I'm
cool.
actually keep checking.
Oh.
Yeah. You character,
again,
new
guys.
spells, new entire race and species and class.
Checking here.
I think. Yeah, you can push it into These are just the stars.
Only that ends their turn, not starts their
No,
turn.
but keep reading. You can push the thing into them.
Oh.
Mine's fine.
No, flame
Thanks,
fit.
Bear.
You can like drive it into them.
Yeah. Just go, boom.
It's in a place full of ice. There's only
Alert the entire camp.
and like
Yeah.
shatters
I mean, kill them all now. If they're only on 11 HP each, then, you know, just like, bring it.
Yeah, I'm just going to use Moonbeam.
Okay. Moonbeam is cast.
Moonbeam.
2D 10?
Does it on the start of their turn.
Oh, that was the 8 on the card. Okay.
Kill him with breaching
We were doing that wrong.
Oh. I thought it was just.
It's the first time that they enter it or start their turn there, but you casting it does not count as them entering it.
Oh.
Whimsical puns. Who's on the first card? Who's on the first card?
Gambit.
Gambit. That's the one. Right.
And I was sitting there just
So
going, it's not
he'll still
good,
take the
it's
damage at the
fake.
start of his turn.
Fake.
Yeah.
So the moonbeam on one of them is that on the 2 side or the 1 side?
The one side, just
one
the one on
side.
its own. So
Cool.
the Moonbeam just shots down, but doesn't actually do anything yet.
Yep.
Who's
Snap.
got slightly blind?
I gotta pull up my diamond and cast promoted on
Go. Which one are you attacking?
one of them.
Alright, then we're going to shoot one of the ones that's not lighting up by a moonbeam.
No,
Litting.
yeah, the other one.
Lighting up,
That's
yeah.
16
One of the other
to
2.
hit.
That hits.
Oh,
Is it 3d8?
yeah, but what damage?
Acid.
Not that it matters. No.
Melt them!
Yeah, liquefy them.
What am I doing?
Not picking up the answers what you were doing.
Yeah. 773.
They're dead.
Dot side.
What damage was it?
17.
Might as well be acid then.
Yeah, cool.
Oh fucking hell! Bits of this poor person melt off.
Do they scream in agony?
They scream in agony and then pass out from pain and they're dead.
How do their friends look?
They're still
Am I
angry
learning?
and aggressive.
And
So-
learning how to be evil.
Sasha.
Is good.
Oh, fantastic.
Shoot them in the toe.
So,
In the knee, come on.
It's
Then you
not
can't
an arrow.
be adventure anymore.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's not an
he's
arrow,
not an
it's a
adventurer.
bolt,
The
so
one
it's
that
fine.
doesn't have a weird spotlight on him.
Yeah,
Point the crossbow
yeah,
One of them's about to start singing.
and hit on lots.
that's
He's
sure.
just going to start. He's going to do. Spin around and start dancing.
That's 7 points of damage.
Die.
Only 7. Hey, he's still alive!
Oh, come on!
For now.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to take very long. There's that many hit points there. Fenrir!
Right, well, I'll do an Eldritch Blast. I'll just do the one for now and then.
Shoot him in the nostril.
Give him a
That's
nose
an
piercing.
18 plus
Hits.
You were definitely like a little devil
Right.
people shoulder.
do
this, do this.
What we
D10,
need to do.
Yeah, D10 plus your charisma because I think you've got that link.
2 plus 5.
Yes.
He's dead.
Oh.
You know that
Cool.
would be
And
fun.
then, is there one more?
One last one.
Cool. Second blast gets a
Yes, master.
9 plus 8.
Hits.
Nine.
They're in hide. It's gonna. They've got a most of like
That's
14.
Another 8.
Cool, he's still alive, but he doesn't look great.
Come on.
Children.
Which one's alive?
How
The
slow
one
are they?
that's outside.
One of the spotlight's alive.
Yeah.
Just watching. Don't do anything to him. Just like look at that.
Just look at them and just be like,
As the time remaining on the planet ticks down,
and
he's about to get moved.
Time is near.
get the light.
I'm gonna pull out my longbow.
Just serenade him.
Crit.
He's fucking dead.
Wait, he might roll minimum damage.
Wait.
No.
He's dead.
Wait. There's a 15 hit.
Yes.
There's a 14 hit.
Yes.
He's so dead.
He's dead.
You just split
You
3 of
basically
your
just-
arrows.
You put 3 arrows on and just fire the one.
Robin Hooded that shit.
I think it's 1 arrow hits, and then the other arrow splits that one in half.
and then the other one
arrow
just splits that one in half.
78, I think.
He's dead.
Well, you roll minimum damage and he still dies. Twice.
He dead.
Are they all dead now?
They're all dead.
dead.
It's their turn. The bodies go.
Yeah, the
And they're dead.
Do any of those arrows break?
Yes, because fuck you.
You did the split arrow thing.
Of course, there was 11 arrows in my bag of holding.
I took those.
I have
Oh,
11
we did
arrows
those.
left.
No, he stole them apparently.
I think
Yeah,
I took those.
we divvied those.
There was probably some bolts. I think I had
Oh
two
no,
hand
no! I've
crossbows
got
as well.
the bolts. I think
And
someone
the
else took
light
arrows.
crossbow you apparently had. Like
Yeah,
hand crossbow.
2 hand crossbows.
Yeah.
2. Got him as well. Okay. Yeah, alright.
What's last week's episode? To see if divvy out the shit we did.
It's just, I'm gonna do like the just dive out of a window backwards. 2 hand crossbows.
Have you
What do they have on
the
them?
War 41 game?
One of them's mounted.
They're
massive.
above you. You can't get them. They're
I would like to check traps.
70 foot high up.
Oh, jeez.
Whenever I'm climbing.
I'd
We
love
do
to.
have a
Sure,
We
make
do as it
perception check.
happens.
Yeah, with advantage, yeah, because speech tools.
Perception check.
Yep.
That's 17.
No traps.
I'm gonna use the rope climbing.
Okay. You climb up. So you go to one of the ledges. You climb up. They have like a dozen or so spears.
Is there any like exits? Or are they just sentries?
There were your sentries.
How did they get there?
The cave goes further back, so at the far end there's this
Like a large crevasse.
prominent. Why the fuck
Promontory.
is it over 2 fucking lines? Just put it on the next line. Promontory, yeah. Which has got slopes leading up to it, and the back of that curves round to these ledges here.
I'm gonna prop them up so it just looks like they're sitting down and sleeping.
Okay.
One of them.
I'm just seeing you just putting their like
One of them
that bit over the through the spear and propping them up like that. That's
What are you
Up
doing
to
about the
altar
melted one?
with the dragon on it. It's like,
What are you doing
come
about
on,
the melted
let's check
one?
this out.
yeah, that's fine.
Acid.
I'm going to
It's
walk up
just
to the
like-
altar with a little dragon figurine on it. Just to see what it's like.
It's
Come on,
alright.
let's check this out.
Okay. So you guys are all heading towards the back of the cave, yes?
Yes.
I wish to stealth just
Yeah.
in case.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
How dark is it?
It's not.
Oh, fuck
It's all
that.
reflected and bad.
You can try and
My
move
character's
quietly.
going to try and move quietly.
Oh, those of you trying to move quietly, in fact, everyone, make dex saves. Because the floor is slippy.
Oh, that was just-
Oh no!
Yeah, that was sort of-
Sorry,
that was
acrobatics
sort of-
checks.
Can I roll again? Because
That's the same
thing-
one.
No.
Doesn't matter.
28.
Yeah, you're cool.
I just do
15,
backflips.
ice skate.
I just do backflips all the way.
15? Good, fine.
No,
Did anyone get lower than 10?
I got
Yes!
to
No!
five.
I got 10 on the dot.
That's fine.
5.
5, you fall over.
Clang!
Yeah. Kabam!
So I fall over.
You
I
make a
like
loud
to fall.
noise.
You probably fall.
It's slidey and slippy.
I'm gonna move slowly. Does that
so,
help?
so he falls over and just
I mean,
slides to
you already have to move slowly. So yeah, you'll move slower.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just like
fine.
this going all the way down.
On the noise, you will notice there are people in the caves, but sticking their heads out are really old people and small children.
Oh shit.
And
Snap, no.
Wait, did you just kill? Oh, fuck.
and
Hello, ladies. The
women.
genocide squad's here.
Oh my god!
Leave your valuables on the old.
Just
tool.
so it's like you just see a fireball come through this corridor. Boom.
So we come up 6
So
years later, yeah?
I'm
still
still
check a
sliding
21
down
mean
the ice.
nothing then. If
It means nothing to the people looking out at the caves. But the people who aren't looking directly at you aren't aware you're there.
It's up there.
They're not. They don't seem to be threatened. They just sort of peered out at the noise,
Seems like we're killing him.
looked out in surprise, and backed back up into the caves.
Alright.
This happened a lot.
Hello.
So yeah, the altar. We're Flint and me are investigating it.
Now remember, guys, they're really offended by magic, so please take every opportunity.
What did you say?
Sorry, I'm going to cast. So what's on the altar?
Okay, so you guys make your way up to the altar. As you do so, Flint. Flint. In your head, you hear a voice speaking in primordial.
I can
Oh,
understand
no.
it.
It's your dad. Where are you? You
You're
were meant
late
to be
for
back
dinner.
hours ago.
You're grounded, son. Literally.
I hope you haven't lost the key. I will kill you if you have.
Damn it, no one else heard it.
He breaks down and cries.
Sorry, Bob.
I'm sorry, Rocky.
Oh no!
so his dad Sylvester Stallone apparently.
Is his mum called Adrian?
No, that's his real name.
No. Flint, you hear. There.
That's a really weird sound. Suddenly, techno. Yes. Sunstorm.
You got. I stopped.
Ice game.
You guys.
Yeah. You love us.
I have a warning for you.
Sounds like an evil voice.
The great Worm tribe has fallen under the sway of an evil chieftain named Wormblood.
What that name?
Did.
We shoot
Hunt
him.
him down and kill him.
Is this a two-way? Can you hear me?
Yes.
We just hear it say this.
Yeah, you just hear him
Speaking
say
to
that
no
out
one
loud.
in primordial. Like,
It's in primordial. So you can call me now.
yeah.
Who is this?
I am your father.
New line.
Flint.
I am someone who watches over. If you find and slay Wormblood,
Wormblood.
I will give you a reward for the good deed.
Pay up.
It wasn't Wormblood.
Yeah.
Tribe.
Yes.
Well, good news for you. Fenrir, can you pass me the head?
Oh, it's all that people.
Now I knew I had this for some reason.
In case you can't actually see me,
Although
we've already killed
Poking his head.
Hello, guys.
Yeah.
Look, it's your leader as I'm holding the stick with the head in front of my face. Everyone must go baby.
There goes my stealth check as Sasha pisses himself properly.
I was trying to rob them, and now I can't stop laughing.
I am your leader.
Hideous laughter. You've got a head on a stick.
Oh, what do you need this for?
Perfect. So, as you produce the head, there's in your head a moment of joy. Then
Everyone attacks us.
And then you just feel really, really dirty.
I got used to that.
out of the altar,
Oh god.
comes a.
It's moving.
And I'm standing next to the altar. I'm slightly worried.
It's a large snake
Now I'm really fucking worried.
with feathered wings,
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
and the colours are. It has a blue sheen to the scales, with red feathers. Yes, this is.
How the fuck did it get in the bloody...
Oh,
They're awesome.
they are cool.
How do you actually pronounce that?
It's
Koala.
Koala. Hello, Matt.
Koala.
Koala.
There are cockatrice on the other page.
That was a
Yeah.
context on the other page.
Yeah, weird in there.
Koala. Yeah, out of the thing floats a koala.
And I'm just sort of like,
Who looks across at you all.
how the fuck? I'm standing at the altar.
I'll
Oh,
speak
I am
in
studying this
Koala.
extremely carefully because I assume it's a beast.
Worm blood.
I've like
Make-
stopped
Make
waving my head around.
make a nature check.
Stop laughing at each other.
Yeah, I'm like,
What the fuck is that?
Wait, you don't have nature proficiency?
No, I've got survival and animal handling.
fair enough.
Okay.
I think this is either the great
So I got 16.
or the protector.
You're not sure what it is, but it isn't a beast.
Aw.
It's definitely not a beast. It is not flapping its wings, but
No.
it is floating in the air.
What the fuck are you?
And you all hear inside your heads,
What language?
common.
Okay. So it's gonna be our respective, like,
That's actually
tongue
that'd
or
be
something.
really
Fucking-
impressive.
it's
Yeah,
not.
I
It's not
can't
doing
do that.
seven. It's not doing
Yeah.
7 languages at once.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Actually, it isn't.
You have done this tribe a great deed.
Or Fae, sorry.
Hmm?
It's not
It's
one
not.
of them either.
It's not vague.
Beast. Oh, yes, I'm sure.
You've done a great deed.
Just in case.
You go ahead, and for that I thank you, and I offer you a reward.
Ooh.
Step forward one at a time, so I may bestow the reward upon you.
On going.
Well, I'm standing
My
in
character
front
wanted to
of
just
it.
step
yeah,
forward.
yeah,
You're already there.
I form a queue.
With the head in tow, I'll step forward.
I'm literally
Yeah.
in front.
If it's, is it celestial then? Because my character might know that since he's descended
Not
of
with your
celestial.
roll, you didn't.
Wow.
They're hard creatures to identify. They're also very rare.
They are like, there's like a handful.
Yeah.
They are real old and real rare.
Mm-hmm.
And so cool!
They're awesome.
I saw that, and when I was like starting to build my campaign, I saw that and went, I need to find a way of having one of these in there somewhere.
So, I guess actually it'll turn to you, Alton.
Just sort of like, I've got my rapier. Like,
Its feathered tail swings down and sort of lightly brushes you across the brow. And you feel a slight tingling sensation on the left side of your chest.
I know what that means. I need to get away in it.
Yeah, as I say, it's your armor. Yeah.
How's your left arm feel?
It's like, it's not unpleasant. It's sort of warm. Very, very warm. And as you all slowly, one by one, step up, it does that to all of you. Any of you that check, you have...
no,
You're now dead.
I was going to say, no nipple.
No,
Yeah.
one. Nipple. It's on
You
this side.
have
You've got a touch to do now.
essentially a tattoo of a
Oh.
koassal
Oh my god, you called it.
on
did face
the left
plate.
side of your chest.
Why?
It is a charm of restoration. It has 6 charges,
Huh. That's so.
and you can use an action to cast greater restoration for 4 charges or lesser restoration for 2 charges.
Does it recover or?
Once the charges are spent, that's it.
Oh. This upsets me because it leads me to believe what might happen in future.
Personal possessions, technically?
Tattoo is equipment now?
Well,
there's not an item, is there,
well,
really?
under here, it's like
I'm putting under notes.
personal possessions?
I don't know
It's
if charms are in.
Yeah,
the
type in
charm.
charm,
tattoo
and
is a
there
feature.
wasn't anything.
It's a 6 charge tattoo.
Charm of what?
Restoration.
Charm of restoration.
I guess there might not be anything there. No.
Annoying.
6 charge tattoo. 4 for greater restoration.
after touching all of you with its feathery tail, it disappears back into the altar.
What do the tribe people do?
Absolutely nothing.
So I'm just sort of investigating the altar. Where is it?
Don't antagonise the tribe with the head.
Why did you decide
Nothing
to
good
come
will
here?
come from it.
I have yet to be told.
They were looking for something.
Alright, what was that giant snake with wings?
I don't know, I feel solid and unusual.
Bang head.
Yeah.
Tattoos covered one of my scars.
Oh, the other thing you will notice now that you're at the thing in the shadows, the back of the cave, is a crescent-shaped gong in a crude stone frame.
I think that's what we're looking for.
Circular disc. It's 13 feet in diameter.
Oh, geez.
It's huge.
Yes.
They're gonna fit on the boat.
Do we gong the gong?
Gong. I'm just going to fly through the air and go dong.
I'm going to walk over to it.
You can
Is
hit
it
by it.
liftable? Movable? Is it like fixed to the floor?
13 feet.
It's not fixed to the floor, but it is very heavy.
Okay.
Bag of holding.
Half it in there.
Can it fit wide?
As you're close, you can see that it is made of red dragon scales bolted to a beaten copper frame.
Oh my
Ooh.
Hang on. We're affiliated vaguely with the red dragon. Is this good?
Well, I don't think it's him.
We can return them to him if it is.
If we brought your gong back,
Maybe we should bang the gong and see what happens. Might call him.
oi, villager!
Villagers aren't listening apparently.
There are no villagers.
I'm gonna walk up to
There
him
are
and just
in the
whack it.
various caves.
You, villager, over
See
here.
what
There's no one coming out of the cave, so.
Don't make me shake the head at you.
Yeah, I've actually asked your character.
I'll bring the
what are we
snake
doing
back.
here?
That thing. We're finding relics.
Why?
Oh yeah.
Cliff notes.
Voice in the sky.
Voice in the sky. It's God. Giants are all fucked up. We're trying to fix it. There's a giant looking after the cave. The voice in the sky wants this.
Okay then.
And
Yeah.
a bunch of other relics from other barbarian camps.
Lots of this.
Give me a hand with this.
Yeah.
What can you down with?
The gong.
We've only got the
Gesture
head.
towards it.
Yeah, sure.
And so I guess let's try to pick it up.
Okay.
I mean, we've got full 20 strength, so I think we can take
I'll say between you, the fact that there is no hurry in this at all, between the lot of you, you will be able to pick it up. It weighs 250 pounds,
Waited.
but through careful manoeuvring and splitting the weight between all of you as you sort of slide around on ice carrying an extremely heavy
Oh, what an
object.
idiot. Put it on the floor.
What about
Use
the
it as a
bobsleigh?
fucking ice canoe.
You carry it back to the ship.
Immovable rod.
We get 80% way up and it slides all the way down.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. We'll just nick everything.
You carry it back to the ship, and with the help of the cultists, you rig up some ropes to put it up onto the deck of the ship and tie it down, so it's not going. You come down sharply.
So it's not going to go through the side.
Yeah. Like, well, there goes our ship and the gong.
Oh shit!
Now,
What's
Oh,
the crash?
shit.
What's the crash procedure?
just saying, this is a
Stick your head between
pretty
your legs.
big thing.
Transform into
Are we
something, fly
going to
away.
take, if they're all this size, we're not going to be able to do a round trip and then go back, I think. Do we want to take this back
You make a good point.
and then go for the
We
rest?
could do two.
Yeah, let's find out what's
I
up
mean,
next
we
one
won't know
first.
how large they are until we've actually seen 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So let's just
I asked Cultists how much can this thing carry at a time, weight-wise? Because I'm assuming there is a limit.
Oh, by the way, hi Cole, this dude's joining
I think they
Oh
saw
yeah,
him.
yeah.
us.
I say good evening to them in Draconic.
What? Salutations.
I say greetings
Oh
in
god.
Draconic.
Cool.
Oh Christ,
Cool.
he's one of them.
It can hold up to a
I
ton.
think he meant.
So, £1,000. Oh,
1,000 kilos.
Speak
kilo.
some
Yeah, that's a
language.
really. Why would it? Why would we do it in a ton when everything else is measured in pounds?
Unless it's not a metric ton.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a different measurement.
I mean, imperial ton.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
got
I only know what a
TON.
metric ton weighs.
Okay, how much is
Yeah.
how much is a imperial ton?
Oh, fuck it,
We might actually know this because if one thing is weighed 250 pounds,
bro. Hang on.
Why use why?
The cultist's name.
Pounds.
Larry.
Larry.
2,240
Mo,
Davey.
The names
Mo.
are
God.
Delphine,
Whoa,
Nizeroth,
Oh,
What?
shit.
I'm not writing
So,
this shit
cultists
down.
1 through 8. Good.
Delphine,
Elsephine.
Delphine.
Josephine.
Delphine.
Fuck off.
Elsephine.
Fucking name.
Nizeroth.
Is that her second name?
This is another person.
It could be.
Nizeroth.
Brassic,
Holding none.
Okay, Brassic.
Laz,
I am a bit. I am a bit brassic at the moment. Not gonna lie.
Oh shit, what was Brazeroth's real name?
We got ready.
Oriscus.
No, back to Brazeroth. What was his name?
Brassic.
What?
So it goes Delphine, Nizeroth, Raz.
Brassic,
Brassic.
That's it.
I wasn't kidding when I was saying brassic. It's just hilarious.
Yep.
Laz.
Laz. Good old Laz.
Depends how Liam's doing it.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Death by Laz.
Animals I've seen.
Oriscus.
Depends how Liam's doing the spell work.
Okay.
How are you doing conjure spells? You choosing things or?
He picks the challenge rating and I pick the creature. How the spell's supposed to work.
Oh, is it? I thought I got chosen.
No, you pick a challenge rating and I pick the creatures.
Highest one.
Corella.
No shit.
Good deal.
So
What?
I get a one. If I do challenge rating, I get
Troll.
one creature at 2.
Yeah,
Troll.
so I've read
Troll.
it.
Smart.
Yeah, it's good.
Troll, yeah, and then the final one.
Zalthea.
Zalfi.
Which one's the capture?
Do they have any kind of distinguishing features?
They all wear black masks.
Who want to give suits?
Laz has a grabby arm.
4 of them are male, 4 of them are female. From build.
Okay,
I'm
which
not
one?
guessing
That
which.
Delphine is female, Nizeroth is male, right?
Laz is female.
Where's Laz going?
Brassic.
Laz
Yeah.
is fluid. It's a trans cultist.
Changes day by day.
Yeah, do they care that we brought someone else?
No, they're completely indifferent. They literally give no shits.
About anything about.
£2,240
Huh.
is what the boat can carry.
Oh, yeah,
And that's
keep
including
going.
all the people, all the food that's already on it,
Yep.
all the stuff.
Yeah,
All of
why?
us.
No, that's just cargo.
Okay.
It can carry you guys. You guys are indifferent. Whatever. It doesn't care.
Okay.
It's built
It's
for
a
Yeah.
sentient
16.
airboat.
And look at us.
It's built for 16 plus
We're probably
cargo.
not even a full-size human. Yeah.
And there's probably like
They do make up for
100
this.
days worth of supplies for 10 people. Probably a good £500. I'd say.
Yeah.
So
What's that?
now you've taken up 750.
So you got 1,500 left ish.
Right.
Onward to one stone? I don't know. No, Belarus.
Yeah, Varun
Belarus
as well.
Take a break.
Yeah, I will.
Guys, we're on a road trip.
You guys, where you guys going?
Belarus.
The one
Yeah, Belarus,
the well,
north of one
the
of those.
You're in as well.
We're going to Slav Barbarian.
Cool. So as you guys
Like all got
take
stripes.
to the air and
Yes,
start
they squat.
travelling, we're just going to stop for a little bit so people can fill up on waters and stuff. So we'll be right back with you in the next part. Bye.